Rolling.
Roland, Patrick starting the podcast with drinking his tea.
A nice slurp of lemon and ginger.
Yikes.
We're sponsored by Lemon and Ginger. The powerful lemon and ginger lobbies.
It's one of those lobbies that's like the cheese lobby.
Yes, it's a generic lobby.
I always loved that in The Good Wife. Do you remember that? When they were like...
Yeah, big cheese.
Yeah. They were like hired by Big Cheese.
I hear about big cheese. I think about that big cheese that rolled down a hill in Gloucestershire. They run after it.
Yeah.
You know about that?
I know about it. Do you think you could do it?
What, run down a hill
Yeah,
after some cheese?
Yeah, behind some cheese.
Well, I eat mainly plant-based now, so I think I would probably run after a block of tempeh. a big cube of tempeh that would roll
but
down.
You're plant-based for health reasons, not for ethical reasons. So there's absolutely no scruples.
Yeah, you can
about
chase cheese.
chasing the cheese.
Yeah, if I didn't have to
eat it.
if I was just chasing it.
Yeah, just chasing.
I would, but those people get fucked up.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched the clips of it?
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
They get really hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get hurt.
I think any of those kind of like old games. You know, there's like the ones like they're throwing logs or they're climbing up a
toss the caber.
Yeah.
Caber?
Toss the otter.
They're tossing something. They fucking toss themselves off as far as I'm concerned.
Oh.
Fucking
is that jerking it?
Tossing off, yeah.
Nice.
Have you never heard toss off?
I guess not. I guess you guys have too many words for jerking.
We have a lot.
We have a lot.
Yeah. You're a tosser, that's why you're a tosser.
Oh, is that why?
Wanker. Same.
Yeah, wanker I knew.
Masturbatrix.
Yeah, I knew masturbatrix.
People don't say that one as often.
Yeah, that's because that's the female version.
Female version. She's real masturbatrix. Yeah, all the ones of women are like slurs, but also kind of hot.
Like what?
Vixen.
Vixen's not a slur.
You'd be like, she's a terrible vixen.
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No, you would never.
What about harlot? Harlot's a little bit like, ooh.
I think all the women ones are just like slut. Like a version of slut.
Yeah, all the women ones are tinged with, but I'd love to fuck her.
Oh, I think it's more like all the women ones are tinged with like, but she should be keeping her legs closed.
Clamped.
Yeah. She should be clamped.
Clamp those legs together.
Yeah. I feel like all the women's slurs are that more than like, I'd love to fuck her.
Yeah, no.
Slut is not like, and I'd love to fuck her. That's more like, keep your legs closed.
Slut. I don't know. I think it has a hint. I think we can agree that it has a hint to it.
We're not agreeing at all.
Slut, slag.
Don't say I think we can agree when we're clearly on the opposite ends.
I think you and I. Surely you and I can meet in the middle and agree wholeheartedly on my position. People of the world.
Yes.
But the men ones are like wanker, tosser. You wouldn't want to watch someone wank. When you're a wanker, you're not saying like, I'd like to have a look.
No, I'm firmly on your side with the male ones.
Okay, good. It'd be interesting though to watch other people masturbate.
Okay.
Bear with me.
We're like 3 minutes in.
Yeah, we're going in hard. Like those people probably would when they're masturbating.
No, Patrick.
Well, I just think, I know how I do it.
Right.
I
know how you do it too.
You know how I do it. I know how you do it. I know how previous sexual partners do it.
Yeah.
But the general public, I'm not quite as clear on how they're whacking it.
Yeah.
Or thwacking it.
Yes.
I don't know. So I would quite like not in a sexy way, not for like my gratification, just to be like, does anyone else have any techniques that I'm not aware of?
I'm sorry, this one's not gonna hold up, I think. I'm just interested.
Hi. That's why.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look.
It's not a peephole, it's a learning hole.
It's a learning hole.
I'm trying to study.
I am interested.
I'm interested in how other people are doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I put these jeans on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't think that was a mistake.
These are uncomfortable.
Yeah. Patrick and I were doing a clear out, and
we're clearing out.
We're clearing out.
That's why Ben's gone. We cleared him out. Watch out, brother.
He'll listen to this and he'll be like, okay.
No, we love you, Ben. He listened to last week and he said, I know I'm not engaged because I guess we talked about him being.
Yeah, but we did guess that he wasn't.
I think we left it open, so either way, it wasn't. We were saying like, is he?
Yeah, so that Prodby could like come back in.
Yeah,
with a response,
so that he could. Yeah.
He'll
be listening to this.
Stay involved.
If you listen to this, Prodby, get back to work.
Get the hell back to work.
Sports content.
So yeah, so we're doing a clear out, and part of the clear out was clearing out old clothes.
We cleared out
And
so many
you
clothes.
put these jeans on, which are from the kind of from the skinny jeans era.
Yeah, they're not fully skinny jeans, but
They're not.
when I was standing, they were pretty comfortable. But now I'm
Yeah.
sitting down,
Yeah.
like
Do you think your thighs have gotten bigger, or do you think you've just not used to these anymore?
I'm just not used to. I've been wearing more baggy jeans.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Keeping up with the times.
Just so you know, I'm gonna be uncomfortable this whole podcast.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Delete it. Delete it. We'll try again tomorrow.
Delete the day.
Delete the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll try again tomorrow when I got some different trousers on.
Well, I guess the clear out leads into the announcement.
Is that how you want to set up
Why
the
not?
announcement?
I mean, we've already talked about whacking it, which is kind of a perfect way in.
Yeah, it's related. Let me just have a sip of my lemon and ginger. We're sponsored by Lemon and Ginger.
Okay.
We get $6,000 every time I mention lemon and ginger.
None of that's true.
From the
Just
lemon
be
lobby.
Very clear that that is not true, but we would love that.
We're very much having a lemon party, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Is that how you want to go into it? I wanted to go into it via the clear out.
Here's what I think we should do.
You wanted to go into it via lemon.
Lemon party, the most vile online trick. Have you ever seen Lemon Party?
Oh my god. What is it?
You don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
So it was when I was in secondary school, it was just a link, you know, like links would go around. It was called a Lemon Party. And then you would open it and it was just like a group of like 10 men in their like 90s just sucking and fucking each other. That's right, wasn't it? You saw it, yeah, of course, Jack.
Well, listen, I would have guessed something in that realm.
Yeah. The Lemon Party.
Yeah.
In any case, here's what I think we should do. We should spend this whole podcast setting up our announcement.
Yeah.
Go to the Patreon. Continue setting it up.
Right.
Hit him with it next week when I'm in some more comfortable trousers. So we want to announce this when I've got I could get deep vein thrombosis.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay. How do you want to announce this? Should we count down from 3? Should you say it? Should I say it?
You say it.
You think I should say it?
Why not?
Oh my god, so much responsibility. Guys, big announcement.
What is it?
You don't even know what it is.
I also don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. That's going to this is going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Guys, Micky's pregnant.
What?
No!
I swore I'd never.
Micky's pregnant as fuck. There's a baby in there.
So pregnant.
Right there.
We heard its heartbeat today. Man, it was going off.
Because
I don't know what kind of technology they use. But
what the hell was that box?
It feels old.
Before this, they've been using ultrasound and quite technical. But she just brought in this kind of like 8-track recorder, and it just.
Not every time you go in to the hospital here, you go to the hospital here, and not every time you go in, you get like a scan or anything. Sometimes they just bring out this kind of like very ancient looking recorder.
This is the first time they've done something that fucking rum. That was weird.
Although I have to say, it's so funny because I was saying to my mum that we were going in for this appointment. And she was like, "Oh, is it a scan?" I was like, "No, but I think they'll listen for the heartbeat." And then she went, "Oh, do they bring out that like long thing that they put?"
What an old time ear horn. How old is your mum?
I was like, "Mum, I'm sorry. I don't know."
Yes, the gentleman arrives. He gets off his penny farthing, puts his giant ear horn to the baby's face.
And my mum was like, "That's what they like." She was so like, "That's what they use," and I was like, "I think they've probably improved upon this technology since you were pregnant. I'm surprised that was still being used while you were pregnant."
Your mum is wrong and old.
Well, that's the thing. It was just like, well, they were using it for me. I'm not that old. So then,
but they used something even more bizarre. They were supposed to be listening to it, but it was this like, it looked like, you know, those old like cassette recorders where you could record if you pressed it back,
exactly,
and then you could
like
talk back. But then it had a weird little mic that they pushed against your belly, and it was just making weird like wah, wah, wah sounds. And then
it was going off.
And then they found the heartbeat, and it went and made this horrible noise. And
she went, "That's your baby."
She looked up at us, going, "There it is." Like, oh god.
That's
it's making
your baby.
A horrible racket in there. It's already a sulky fucking fetus or baby.
It's just like, this is not as wholesome as the first appointment where we had the scan.
Well, where we saw it, the shape of the baby, and we cried.
We should
A couple of losers. We've completely jumped the shark on this story. We went straight into mid-story. For those of you who are new here, if you're new here and you didn't see my tour show or Micky's, we've been trying for a baby for 3
fucking
years.
ages.
You're talking fucking. You're talking.
Yeah. You're talking natural. You're talking
natural.
unnatural.
Talking. Yeah, that's how we thought. Yeah. This is unnatural.
This was the progression. It was trying and then being like, okay, it's been a while. Let's get some. So it's like trying, tests. Then ages before something happens. Then ovulation clinic. Remember that?
Ovulation clinic. They gave you a load of fucking pills.
They gave me some pills. I've been on pills for God knows how long.
You're like an industrial American cow.
Yeah.
You're so overloaded with hormones.
Honestly, that's what it felt like.
And if you've never had dirty talk before, sign up to my seminar because stuff like that.
Stuff like that, and it works never.
It works never.
And
we stopped having sex because of that.
Then IVF.
IVF doing, but then also harvesting. So you're talking.
This was the big cow one.
That was a new.
This was cow. Like at one
point.
Not
big, but like just full of hormones.
Pretty big. There was one point in the IVF journey where this is just pre-harvest, and what they do is, for those of you who don't know, is like you inject yourself with like crazy hormones, and they try and get all your eggs that are in your ovaries, all of them. So normally what you have is like one of the ovaries in natural production would produce one egg, and then hopefully that egg like finds the sperm hot enough to like come in.
I think that's how it works.
That's pretty much how it works. But this is like they try and get all your eggs to grow. And I have PCOS, so I have a lot of eggs in there at one time.
PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yeah.
They say cysts and follicles interchangeably, but they mean the same thing, right?
Cysts is basically a misnomer. So it's follicles.
Polyfollicular.
And I have loads of follicles, and every follicle means that there's a possibility of an egg.
They all become eggs.
They all become eggs. So I had like 48 or something. That
you were very
normal people have like my belly was so big, and we were like in the pool. Do you remember that? And at one point,
they were just leaking out of you. I remember they were floating to the top.
At one point, this was last summer. We were at the pool, and at one point, I was like so overheated and just feeling so big and just full of. I felt like I had like a battery pack in front of me, like. And I remember like I just wanted to cool down, and I like sort of half rolled into the pool, and it made a splash that I was like, this is the biggest I've ever been in my life.
You thought there was like a kind of
I thought there was
tidal
a tsunami.
wave at the beach level of splat. I think you'd probably I don't know what you get. You'd barely changed. Your weight had probably gone up by like 2%.
Yeah, man.
If that.
If you can imagine.
If you can imagine that.
It's more now, obviously.
That's relevant. I don't know for which podcast we talked about this on, but you were at the beach feeling like a sweltered hormone monster. I was there absolutely roasting my nads to the point that when we did the IVF, they were like, this sperm is not good. So they had to do an extra step.
Even though you'd never had that before.
Well, I'd done 3 tests.
It always come back perfect.
3 tests every time. They were like, nice cum, bro. That's what the guy said to me.
No, I remember.
He said, nice cum, bro. All 3 times. The 4th time, the one that actually matters when it's going in the goal.
Yeah.
They're all fucking all asleep. And then they said,
were like, these are really
have you exposed yourself to any heat lately? I went, dude, I've been at the Lido the last 10 days with my legs spread, sun beaming down directly onto my testicles.
Yeah.
It's a miracle that they were taking a siesta.
They had to do an extra step in the IVF process, which is called ICSI. Which is where they and this is also what is incredible about the NHS, because that's a whole extra step where, like, if you were doing private IVF, you'd have to pay like
few grand,
another like few grand for this step.
For us, no charge.
So then what they do is they look under the microscope to see the quick swimmers in between.
Yeah, they pick the
all
good boys.
These drowsy ass sperm.
But actually, it doesn't even matter if they're slow swimmers, because they're just they inject them directly into the egg.
But that's the thing. They pick the fastest ones, so they pick the
best ones because that means that
they pick these ultimate broy sperm.
Yeah,
and then they extract it, and then they inject
But
it
even
directly into
then,
the egg.
they're the best of a bad bunch. They're like the smartest kids in the bottom set.
You think these?
They're moving around quick, but like
Well,
relatively.
listen, I would be insulted, but this baby actually, that was the other thing.
Yeah, do you want to tell them that as well?
Well, I think it's weird.
I wonder what the limit of oversharing is. Yeah, this one was actually au natural.
Well, I think that is a thing. We went fucking natural, and then all that
Micky, are you crazy? I'm delighted for people to know that.
Years of hospital appointments, and then we made this baby naturally.
Old fashioned. In
Crazy.
fact, Micky was taking.
Oh, miscarriage. That was another thing that happened in between.
Miscarriage. Yeah. Right before.
Then natural.
Which you read makes you more fertile when you've just had a miscarriage.
That is, yeah. Which does. It's not something I read. That's true.
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying you
read
read
I know,
that.
But when you say it like that, it sounds like I read like an article in Elle magazine.
Yeah, I think you were in Elle. It was right after 10 ways to satisfy your man.
Yeah.
3 benefits of a miscarriage.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
10
fun ways to reconceptualize your miscarriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of those, as per Elle magazine, is
you get more fertile.
You get more fertile. And the wisdom used to be that like you wait like 6 months after a miscarriage, but now it's like get on it.
Which we did.
We sure did, but we didn't mean to.
Well, I did.
No. And
clip that up. Expectant father destroyed by expectant mother.
Here's when but it was really weird, wasn't it? Because like you and I didn't know.
It was cocoa bananas.
We were trying to get ready for the next IVF appointment, and I was in Edinburgh doing gigs.
Yeah.
At the Monkey Barrel Comedy Club, and I went on.
And that's why we're going to name the baby Monkey Barrel Comedy Club.
Yes, and I went on this hike, which I love to do, which is to go up Arthur's Seat, which is this kind of hill in Edinburgh, and I was up on top of this hill, and this hill's kind of magical to me. I really love it, and I was up on top of this hill, and I was like, I feel so calm, and I'm supposed to get my period, and normally I'm cuckoo bananas when I get my period.
You're cuckoo bananas.
And I was like, and my boobs are sore. And then I came back home. We did a test.
We couldn't believe it.
It
was nuts. After almost 3 years of trying it the old-fashioned way, we'd sort of given up on.
I was just like,
we'd outsourced it to science.
We got help involved.
Science, you take care of this.
Science.
We can't figure it out.
We couldn't figure it out.
And then we did.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. We had to talk about it on the pod because Micky is now 16 weeks.
Just over 16 weeks.
This week. And so you're going to start getting... we could have done what people do in like sitcoms, like in The Office. Like when Pam would come in, she's just holding a giant boulder.
I could have just... you
Pam, what's that boulder for?
Yeah, people who are like watching this, they could have just been like, oh, Micky's like constantly has a bag on her lap.
Yeah, I think that would have been nice.
Yeah.
It could have been a collab opportunity. You could have a big bag of lemons.
Oh, for Big Lemon.
You're holding a big bag of lemons, and then we get another 6K every time you do that.
Yeah.
6K that we can then spend on the baby.
Yeah.
Our baby is not going to have scurvy. It's going to be overloaded with citrus.
Yeah.
Okay. And ginger.
So.
Glycerol, I think.
Patrick's sort of descent into fatherhood is...
Descent? What do you mean descent?
Well, I mean, you seem to be getting further and further away from reality.
You think we're sinking?
When our big lemon contract, which we have...
Big lemon, yeah. Big lemon.
Yeah.
Is there a fruit that's a big lemon?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but we're pretty happy about it. And
are we back on the baby or are we still on lemons?
You want to talk more about the lemon?
No, I don't. I really don't.
Okay, well, I gave you an out. I dragged you from the burning house and you told me your straighteners were inside.
I went straight back in.
Yeah.
I want to have another look.
Yeah, that started the fire with your straighteners. Quite a common cause of house fires.
Yes,
ladies.
I was saying to Patrick, because he was like, oh, I'm not sure if I want to discuss it. And I was like, I think pretty soon it's going to be impossible not to mention.
No, I knew that we would have to, but I thought because the 20 weeks, so we did a 12 week scan for the new people to the concept of trying for a baby.
Yeah,
a very big deal scan is the 6 week when they see if it has heartbeat.
In IVF, yeah. In normal, they
Normal,
don't
they
do
don't
that.
even bother.
Yeah.
So it's the 12-week
Yeah.
where they have a look at the baby. They see if it's got a heart. They see if it looks like a baby. So when we got to 12 weeks, we got to tell everybody. And then at 20-week, you have the anatomy scan, which is another important milestone. So I was thinking we'll wait until the anatomy scan.
Yeah.
But you quite rightly pointed out probably by 20 weeks, you'll be showing.
I mean, I'm showing. This is one of my gripes.
You have a gripe with me on the
Not with
day we
you.
announce our future
No, it's not with you.
president of the world,
Oh,
or at least the International Space Station.
well, sure.
Because we've got a history with those
Yeah,
guys.
we got a history with those
Getting
guys.
decommissioned. We got to get our baby up there.
Listen, I'm telling you, I have a
What?
gripe.
With what?
Because like everyone that's all pregnant people online are all of the content is like, oh my god, like I'm 6 weeks pregnant and I don't even have like a belly. It's all the content. I don't know where the people are like me who like 2 weeks in were like, I've exploded like a balloon. I need to buy trousers twice my size. This was genuine.
But twice your size in length. That's the crazy thing. Your legs have doubled in length.
But this was like 4 weeks after like it was 4 weeks in or something to the pregnancy. I was like, I fit into none of my clothes, and it was crazy. And you know, I was looking it up online, and it was like, this is water weight, and I'm like, I don't care what it is. It's horrendous. And then everyone online is like, oh.
You see people being like, this is so cute.
This is so, oh my gosh, I wish I had a belly.
I'm actually losing weight.
Yeah.
But are these like kind of like wellness influencers?
These, I don't know, but these people are skinny. And it's just like, I think it's not the experience of most people who are pregnant, but it's the experience of all people who are pregnant online.
Totally. Have you figured out how you're going to looks max the pregnancy?
Oh gosh, you got to look
because that's probably the number one concern.
Thank you so much for saying it that way.
You're gonna want
You're gonna want to look max the pregnancy. Yeah, I mean, like whatever surgical procedures you can do during this time,
you're gonna be doing them. Yeah.
I'm gonna be hacking my jaw into.
Yeah. Shortening those giant legs.
Shortening those legs back down. My goodness.
That's the crazy thing about pregnant women. We always forget is they're always these giant towering ladies, like on these stilt legs, and then they obviously come back down to normal.
This is what I mean about you. Like, this is in the same realm as the lemon thing.
What are you talking about?
It's like nothing you're saying has any like.
There's no reality. I think it does. No, I did a biology
Giant
degree.
Women on stilts.
Yes. Yeah. No, they're not on stilts.
Let me
the legs double. The legs double in size so that when they're giving birth, you can catch it from below.
Yikes!
It falls out like a giraffe. Imagine if you're a giraffe baby, you're gonna fall pretty far. Or do they sit down? Do you think giraffes? Do you think they can sit down?
You're just
gonna stare me down.
I just want you to like. I'm just like letting you run out.
Oh, like get it all out of my system.
Yeah.
Okay. What else have I got on this? I could probably do another 5 minutes on giraffes. You wouldn't have. I don't think I've ever seen a giraffe sitting down. Like not at a desk, but like sitting down on the ground. I think it's like how cows. No, they can lie down. But or maybe it kills them.
Is this the genes?
These genes?
Is this the genes
coming
that are
off
doing
the blood
this?
supply to my brain and to my scorched boys?
They're constricting your nuts to a point where you don't live in reality anymore.
I can't believe the difference of how comfortable these were standing up compared to sitting down.
I know it's terrible.
Protobella's just lobbed in the chat. Cows lie down when it rains. That's true. I even have a joke about how cows lie down. I cannot believe
Protobella is fucking like allowing you to you're enabling this behavior.
No, he's actually helping me to not accidentally spread misinformation about cows or giraffes or pregnant ladies' legs.
Well, this seems like a perfect time for us to go to a break.
Oh, is it break time?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, we've never hit the break properly before.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Feels right.
Support these products.
And we're back.
Welcome back from the break. I hope you got a lot of products.
Wow, that was amazing.
I don't even know what we advertise.
It doesn't matter. We believe in it.
No idea. I wonder if Prod B knew about what we advertise.
No, you can't. You can see it, I think, on like Acast.
Oh, what if they're advertising things that are really offensive to us?
Well, have a double check.
What if it cuts to the break and it's just like an IDF like promotional speech.
I don't think they are allowed to advertise on Acast.
God knows they need the PR, but if they listen, I don't want to get up on a high horse, but if they want to advertise, we would say no. Say I don't support you guys.
Yeah. Okay, well that was good to know.
And
so if that's what you heard, then we don't support them.
If that's what you heard, maybe you need to get your fucking head stretched or shrunk. You got anything else on becoming
I've got
parents?
loads.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's really hard to talk to you about it because you'll just take it somewhere completely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's my surreal.
It's your wild imagination.
Yes.
I wanted to talk about the first midwife appointment we had.
Oh yeah, Grace.
In the first
big up Grace actually.
Big up Grace.
Grace at the NHS.
In the first midwife appointment we had, the midwife asked, "How much do you drink?" And I said, "Oh, I rarely drink." And she went, "So like how many a week?" And I was like, "Oh no, like I'm not English."
Yeah, you were like 1 every 2 months or something.
I was like, I rarely drink in like in anyone else's sense of the word, which is like I rarely drink in like the dictionary definition of rarely.
Yeah,
which is barely any time. I was
like on the British thing, it's like rarely is still like once a week.
Once a week, at least. And so I was like, oh no, like maybe like once or like once every 2-3 months. And she went, I'll put never.
Yeah. The amount you drink rounds down to nothing.
Yeah.
It's
really making me laugh.
Sense.
I'll put never.
Yeah. If you drank once every 2 or 3 months, like when I was a teenager, people would think that you were straight edge. They would just be like, you're teetotal.
Yeah. I mean, it's more like, and sometimes I guess like if we're on holiday or something,
you get shit faced on holiday.
But I'll have like a glass of wine with dinner.
Yeah, you have a bucket of wine at least.
Yeah.
I don't drink because I'm sober, but I'll sit next to you and you just slamming back tequilas. It's absolutely disgraceful. No, you'll have one. And I miss it actually because you don't even, occasionally in our relationship, you have gotten at least tipsy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen you drunk. I've seen you tipsy.
No.
And so my thing, one of my problematic drinking behaviors when I drank was I used to get drunk by myself.
Yeah.
And then drink myself to sleep.
Yeah.
But I would come back from a gig and you'd have had like a glass or two of wine and you'd just be like a little bit goofy. Yeah. You'd just be like, hey. And I'd be like,
I get pretty silly.
You just get really, you don't get like belligerent or like even out of control. You just get a bit dumber.
A bit dumber.
You just get like what I was like with the tall giraffes.
Yeah.
That's more your vibe.
Drunk Micky would, tipsy Micky would have
been
loved
all over that riff. I could have done that for 3 hours. And it was always it's such a delightful, like, you drinking by yourself is absolutely charming.
Because I just never do it.
Because you never do it. Yeah. It's not to excess.
Yeah.
And it's really pro-social.
Yeah.
Whereas when I drank by myself,
yeah,
it's really problematic. Very antisocial. Extremely depressing. God, it's so easy for women. Maybe it's a male woman thing.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
This is a gender battle.
I mean, I'm working on a bit about it at the moment.
About how you barely drink?
No, about how like every boy I've ever loved has been like trying to give up alcohol.
Yeah. When we first got together, I was about 2 days into being like, I'm not going to drink anymore.
Thing. And it was really making me laugh because I remember thinking like, I just broke up with someone who like
had a drinking
problem. Mm-hmm. And then I thought that you were a drinker. And then like
really appealing to you.
2 days in, you were like, I'm really trying to quit. And I was like, I guess this is my type.
These are
my men.
Your type is recovering booze hounds.
Yeah.
Oh my
booze
God.
hound. But it's not like, it's never when they're still a booze hound.
Yeah.
It's always when they're like on the cusp of it.
There is something appealing about someone who's like, I'm going to get my shit together.
Yeah.
But then if you got with me and then we spent the 9 years of our relationship and I was always just being like, no, I'm going to stop this weekend.
Yeah.
Eventually you'd be like, boring.
Yeah, eventually I'd be like, boring.
Well, you'd just be a bit like, okay, I'll just not take that seriously that this person is saying they're trying to do this thing. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, I
Because
think
I didn't do it right away, but maybe a year into our
no.
relationship, I stopped drinking.
Yeah, it wasn't long. I think, yeah, I think I'd probably struggle with that.
Yes.
I think I would struggle with anyone who didn't have any follow through. You know, because that's just not something I
It's
find attractive.
annoying.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a friend, like in my early 20s, I had a few different friends who would just tell me about screenplays they were working on.
Yikes.
And they would just talk about it
Yeah.
for ages, and then, but they would never submit it anywhere. They were just actively working on it.
Yeah.
And they developed this whole world that one of them had told, it was basically Blade Runner. He basically he'd written Blade Runner.
Yeah.
It was almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
I
I believe it.
was like, this sounds a lot like
I believe
Blade
that a male friend, was it?
Yeah.
In your early 20s,
Yeah.
would have thought he invented Blade Runner.
Male friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had quite a drug problem, that particular friend.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a friend. I would just see him at house parties.
No, I get what
we didn't
kind
have
of
much to
friend-
talk
I
about,
get-
so
I
I'd
get-
just be
yeah.
like, "So how's the
How's the
screenplay
screenplay coming?"
And he'd be like, "Yeah, it's good. I think I'm gonna get Ryan Gosling to."
Yeah. You're like, this film has been made.
Yeah, it was so. It even used some of the same. I'm sure it had replicants. He used
That's
like
so
the
funny.
exact same language.
That's so
I was
funny.
like, "So is it fan fiction?" He was like, "No, it's an original."
It's like,
You've written Blade Runner.
so crazy. Yeah, I think that's exactly right. And I think we know people now who have a bad follow through.
Yeah, bad follow through.
And
is so
you and I
attractive.
will come home and we'll be like, that was so frustrating to listen to.
Drives us nuts.
Yeah, it drives us nuts.
Yeah.
You would hate it if I had no follow through.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have the same thing. Actually, I think I learned this element of no follow through. But if you're ever in a room with Mickey and you say,
I
I
did this yesterday.
I'm gonna
This
go to
is
the
horrible.
toilet, and you,
Oh, no.
and you don't stand up and go,
Yeah.
immediately,
Yeah.
she will make you leave.
It is my worst pet peeve.
So you said you were gonna go, so
Get the fuck out.
because you can't relax until they've followed through on
I
there.
cannot relax.
Yeah.
I genuinely, like, it makes me feel so on edge.
Yeah.
Why have you announced that?
But you do it when we'll be at a social event and like two of our friends will be like, well, we're going to take off. And then someone will say something to them. They'll start a conversation and you'll just be sitting there and be like, you've said that to people. You'll be like, you have to leave.
Yeah.
You'll say that to people's faces. You got to go. You said you were going to leave.
I don't
What's
care.
going on?
I don't care that you're still bringing vibes.
You do it to me when we've said we've left. If I start a conversation with someone, you'll be like, Patrick,
Yeah.
end that conversation.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've gotten some of that. I have lots of things that irritate me that are fresh from my side of the
Sure.
garden. But that one is very much I learned from you.
That one is from me. It puts me so on edge. I just don't understand why you've announced it. Like, if you were not intending to go, then just stay.
Yeah.
Don't be on the fence.
Really? Because our first episode, we established we were firm fence sitters.
Yeah, but then we never again.
We've actually never particularly
We've never been on the fence ever again.
Yeah. We're pro-lemon,
Yeah.
anti-IDF. Those are our two stance
We are
take.
We are stance hot.
Every single episode,
Yeah.
we're stance hot. Speaking of the news, Jacobella was telling Prodabella, excuse me, Prodabella was told me probably my favorite headline I've heard ever, which
Fantastic
is that
stuff.
Trump is is going after the Pope.
He's getting him.
Trump v Pope. He's just run out of people logically to attack.
Now, before we get into it, let's be very clear that we understand that this is a diversion tactic.
Yeah, of course, it's a diversion tactic.
He's very good at it.
How he got everyone to stop thinking about Greenland because
Yeah.
he attacked Iran. How he
Yeah.
got everyone to stop talking about Venezuela because
Yeah.
he started doing the Greenland thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's a playbook he's really good at.
He's
doing
incredible at this
outrageous
playbook.
things.
That being said,
Yeah.
the Pope,
The Pope.
the Pope.
The Pope of all people.
Yeah, you can't go Pope.
I don't think you can go Pope. It'll
No.
be interesting to see how he rolls this. Well, he never rolls back.
No.
But can I just read out, because I was looking at the article just before.
Sure. Yeah,
and it
we can
was-
read out the article. You can do whatever you want.
It's our podcast. If I want
Yeah.
to read out an article,
Yeah.
Like, Trump calls Pope Leo weak and terrible.
Terrible.
He said he's not doing a very good job.
No. What do you think Trump thinks the Pope does?
Wait, what do I think Trump
because
thinks
doesn't it
the
somewhere
Pope
saying
does?
that he's
Oh
weak on crime?
That was the best part. He said, he said, I'm not a fan of Pope Leo. I'm not a fan. I mean, there's been periods in history where national leaders have gone up against the Pope.
Yeah.
Famously, Henry VIII
Sure.
went up against the Pope.
Yeah.
And in many ways, started a new religion.
In many ways?
Well, he didn't really. He took Protestantism. That was Luther, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is what.
Let's not give that to Henry VIII. We've already given him all of our women.
Well, I guess maybe Trump is a bit of our era's Henry VIII. He's terrible to women.
Yeah.
He thinks
he would definitely behead them if he could.
He would absolutely behead. I mean, he does execute people.
Yeah. But I mean his wife.
Yeah.
He would behead his wife if he could.
Happily.
Yeah.
When his enemies die, he celebrates it on social media.
Classic Henry VIII.
Henry VIII was all over Truth Social.
He was all over Truth Social.
Trump's the new Henry VIII.
Yeah.
He's obese. He's always eating loads of
McDonald's.
So
clearly Henry VIII.
Isn't McDonald's just like the Tudor era big leg of lard?
Yeah.
Also big leg of chicken or whatever. They would always have a big leg of
turkey,
maybe turkey leg,
big turkey leg,
maybe.
Yeah.
Big turkey leg.
That's what I call Trump.
Podcast as well. We should see if we can get big turkey leg to sponsor. He said, I already skipped past it. I'm not a fan. I can't find it. Yeah. But yeah, he said Pope was weak on crime. Trump.
What do you think he thinks the Pope does?
What do you think the Pope's job is? That he's responsible for crime?
Crime? Where? In Vatican City?
This Pope is weak on crime.
This Pope is weak on what would his jurisdiction even be?
He's not the mayor of the Vatican City.
But also that would be like the mayor in in
Gotham.
The Gotham sense.
Yeah.
Of this guy's in charge of everything. Just like, why is this mayor so fucking
He's also attacking him as if he's like a publicly elected official.
Yeah.
He's been like, this Pope's weak on crime. Guess what? He was elected by a bunch of cardinals.
He was elected by, I think, a chimney. Which isn't the same as a full democratic vote.
Yeah, this Pope was not democratically elected. This Pope was elected by some white smoke billowing from a basilica.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Weak on crime. This Pope is not dealing with the sanitation issues of the Vatican City. You need to clean this town up, Pope Leo.
Also, Vatican City would be his jurisdiction, which is like 2 square meters?
Yeah, but even then, he kind of has something of a evangelical jurisdiction.
Sure.
Really have
but that's not really. That's not really like make sure that everyone is being moral. Yeah. And also tough on crime.
He also said he has bad foreign policy.
Oh, yeah.
He should love the Catholic Church, because the Catholic Church, for all of its non-faults, one of its most biggest PR fails, and that's what I'm calling the Vatican.
Sure. What's one of his biggest PR fails?
The Catholic Church pedophilia thing.
Oh.
How basically, I think all priests, I can't remember, but a lot of them. The movie Spotlight. A lot of Catholic priests were found to be involved in molesting children. Trump molests children.
Oh my God.
He should love it.
Portabella has thrown in a fact that is throwing this thing wide open.
Portabella coming in clutch for President Trump.
I
never knew that.
It says Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state, has the highest per capita crime rate due to tourists.
Right.
Yeah, because it's basically just that one square, and there's so many tourists on that square.
Yeah.
So they would just have like a lot of pickpockets. And Pope Leo is doing fuck all about it.
I guess that's probably similar in Mecca, where there's a lot of people. I would like to, Portabella, see if you can find a comparison does Vatican City have a higher crime rate than Mecca?
It says it has the highest per capita crime rate.
Well, okay, it has the highest. Yes,
that's already been
doesn't it?
answered
By being
by
a
his
superlative.
previous fact.
Okay, all right. Stand down,
Stand
Pronabella.
down,
Yep, stand
Pronabella.
down,
You already gave us
Google.
the answer.
But that's still not the. It's still not the Pope's responsibility.
It is not at all the Pope's responsibility. What is the Pope's responsibility?
Of being the head of the Catholic Church.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think that
Ordaining
entails?
cardinals, giving speeches, talking about God.
Yeah.
that
Remember
kind of
the
stuff.
last Pope when he invited a bunch of comedians?
Yeah, was that the? It was the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a bunch of comedians.
Wasn't that
over.
Pope Francis? Who was that?
No, I don't know. The
No,
last
me neither.
one.
The last one.
The last dude. It's hard to keep up with these popes.
It's hard to keep up, but I do remember the last one. He invited a bunch of comedians. He also was he was pretty liberal about the whole LGBTQ thing.
He was liberal for a pope.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah,
is good.
Yeah.
But
Leo rolled that right back.
The new guy.
Leo,
the New Yorker.
Leo.
I've heard he's pretty liberal.
I mean, in other ways, but I think he was like marriages between a man and a woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, whatever they're doing, you do need to couch it in that they are the Catholic Church.
Yeah, I mean, to me, they're just a bunch of people in hats.
Yeah, that's true. But you could say that about...
To me, that is as far as their
you
sort
could
of
say
influence
that about
goes.
every religion.
Or police.
Or the police.
Or
every religion or the police. What's that catch-all?
Just a bunch of people in hats.
And everyone responsible for crime.
Yeah.
The crime rate in Kathmandu is a joke. The Dalai Lama needs to get on top of that. What is he doing? You're weak on crime, Pope Leo. And then he just today, he put out a post of himself as Jesus Christ. But it is, I mean, you nailed it at the beginning of all of this shit that we just said.
Yeah.
Which is that the whole reason he's doing this is to provoke outrage and make people talk about that.
He knows how to entertain.
And to be outrageous so that everybody forgets that he just fucking lost by a landslide in Iran.
It's incredibly funny that he's done that.
It is really funny to say the Pope is weak on crime.
It's so funny.
Oh,
I know. That's the horrible thing, I think, about Trump.
Yeah.
We always come back to the fact that, like, it sucks that he's a bit funny.
Yeah, it's a real nightmare. And it's wonderful that people like Elon Musk are not funny because he's so bad.
It helps so much that Elon Musk is not funny.
Yeah, he can be as rich as he wants.
Whenever Elon Musk does anything, it's always cringe. It's always like, oh my God, like it undermines his intelligence, everything that he's like done for the world.
His whole
and it just exacerbates like, we want to hate you.
Yeah.
We want to hate you. You were a terrible person, but also you're not funny.
He's so unfunny. The vulgar roasts. When you can make Grok do a vulgar roast. No one even says vulgar roast.
No.
Did you see that clip?
Well, I feel like I've just seen it.
On Joe Rogan, he just kept telling Joe Rogan about how you could get Grok to do vulgar roasts. He was like, it's great to get it to do a vulgar roast. And then when it's really vulgar, you say, do it more. That's basically the whole
so
clip.
lame.
He keeps saying vulgar roast over and over again as if vulgar roast is
what I mean. He's so lame.
Expression.
He's so lame.
He's so lame. He can be the richest man in the world, but I'd like to see him crush 5 minutes at the Cavendish Arms.
Ooh, okay.
Which is an open mic for comedians in London.
That Patrick and I didn't meet at, but
well, people did call us the Cav crew because we hung out at the Cav a lot.
Yeah, because you joined my Cav crew. I
didn't say I founded the Cav crew.
Yeah, but I did. I'm saying I did.
Since you got pregnant, you become a real battle axe. I think I'm gonna fucking you've heard it here first. I'm gonna walk out on Micky as soon as she has a baby. Not mine. You prove it.
Prove it.
Prove it. Prove it's mine. We're going to start a new segment on the pod. It's going to be called Womb Watch. And every week I'm going to stare skeptically at your womb and go, I don't know about that.
The idea is so funny to me. Like, especially because, like, I know the timeline of when it happened.
Like, the timeline is crystal clear.
The idea that in that time, I would have found some time to be able to, like, go and even meet another person.
Well... one, we're always around each other essentially all the time, and two, we have Find My Friend, so it's quite hard to envisage there would be a time where you even could go bang someone.
Yeah, we always say this,
but we've talked about this. If you could just bang someone at a regular location,
you could just bang someone in your house.
That's true. When I go out, that's the danger zone. And that's why you should always have cameras set up in every area of your house, because you can't trust a woman.
That the baby is yours.
You can't trust the baby's. You should actually train a webcam directly at your partner's vagina at all times, and you audit what goes in and out.
It's one of those things where it's like, it would have been like if you were the problem in our pregnancy problems.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I got naturally pregnant. You'd be like,
oh yeah, if they said I was infertile, it was impossible.
Yeah.
And then you
or
got
even
pregnant.
like, oh, you're constantly in the bath or the sun roasting your nuts off.
Yeah, just slamming them in the microwave.
Yeah.
Just keeping them raw and toasty.
Keeping them hot, red
and then
hot.
The baby comes out and it's just this beautiful half Hawaiian young man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
Hang on, I'm not Hawaiian.
Yes. That's But since I'm the problem, it would have been incredible for someone else to be able to have done that.
It'd be miraculous.
I think it was a quantity rather than quality approach.
But we also don't know. We should probably we'll leave it with this. No, we can't leave it.
We can't leave it on you think this baby might not be yours.
No, not that it. No, I feel fairly confident, but I will certainly be keeping an eye on as things progress.
Watch,
for at least the first 10 to 15 years of the baby's life.
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye, see the kind of stuff it says.
Yeah.
If it's funny and it be cracking me up, you know it's mine.
Okay.
The baby's mine.
Yeah.
When
what a way to end.
He or she performs at her first. But I was gonna say the thing about progesterone support.
Sorry.
If the baby comes out sitting like a giraffe,
yeah,
that would mean it's mine.
Yeah.
But I don't even have a position on the giraffe sitting.
I don't
even know if that's possible. So if the baby does come out, and how would you even sit like a giraffe?
If our baby came out immediately sitting like, if our baby like,
but what's sitting like a giraffe?
Like when a horse or a giraffe or anything has like a baby and they immediately stand. If that was our baby.
If the baby came out walking.
If the baby came out and it just sort of like, they like shake off the amniotic fluid
and just start
and
around.
They go straight up. We'd
that
be
would
like,
be so
oh
sick.
my God.
I'd be like, where's it going?
Yeah. We just watch.
Don't know anyone. Where are you walking to? Where are you going, little baby? You're naked. You have no money. You're just walking off into Tooting. You're gonna get in trouble. Just head straight out the door.
Straight into the Sainsbury's.
We are powerless to stop it because it's too fucking
Everyone
cool.
is just watching it. Like the doctors and the nurses.
Damn.
Wow.
Where's that baby going? It has an Oyster card. Where did it get that? It's getting on the 159.
I find this so funny.
I don't mind it.
Fucking lose.
I love it. Maybe this is a side effect of pregnancy. You'll find me way funnier.
Oh my gosh. I either have to be pregnant or drunk.
And that's it. Keep your girlfriend drunk or pregnant. Ideally, both. That's the thing that we've learned.
Let's go to the Patreon.
To the Patreon. But thanks for listening, guys. And to anyone who ever, after any of my tour shows, I can't speak for yours, came up and said, good luck. I hope you get pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm wishing you the best. Thank you. It meant so much every time that you did that. And it's really nice.
And for anyone out there who's still trying, who's still struggling, we know how hard it is.
Yeah.
And we love you.
It fucking sucks.
It fucking sucks.
It's really miserable.
Anyway.
But like everyone said to us, people who tried for ages and they were like, just keep at it. It will happen.
Yeah.
And it eventually does.
That is true for most people.
Yeah.
All right. We love you. And we'll
love
see
you
guys.
At the Patreon. Peace out.
Bye.